Now, another problem right now is that the United States government is accelerating another ban on this particular. Now, before we talk about the Chinese government response to this particular thing, I'm going to play you key videos. Then you are going to see what these people are saying. Welcome, family. Thank you for choosing this channel today. I appreciate your support. Today we are in the Americas, guys. These people have exposed themselves. It is no longer us trying to let them understand. It is now their citizens who have gone to discover the reality from the fiction. Guys, America is faced with reality, real problem. Lovely people, as I'm speaking right now, there is revolution going on already in the United States. Real awakening. Perhaps this is going to be the best video you watch today. I promise you that. You know, there is a conversation about the TikTok ban in the United States, and the TikTok app is supposed to be shut down on 19th of January. As a matter of fact, the shutdown actually happened, but TikTok restored the service back in the United States because Donald Trump pledged to delay the ban. Now that's a little bit funny, and this TikTok ban process has landed the government of America into what they have been preventing for a very long time. So on 19th of January, TikTok announced it was restoring the service to users after temporarily going offline due to the federal ban. The president-elect Donald Trump has promised to delay the ban through an executive order, giving the TikTok parent more time to secure an approved buyer. They want somebody from the United States to buy the app, and I asked myself, must anything good belong to them? Well, let's see if the sale is going to happen or not. They always want to eat where they have not sold. Now, the federal ban was practically imposed over concern which we all know about TikTok's Chinese ownership. And this is the reason why the app is being threatened left and right. So this particular move of Donald Trump is not to stop the ban. It is aimed to provide the TikTok parent additional time to meet regulatory requirement and avoid the permanent ban in the United States. So we can say this is a signal of a potential window for negotiation between the TikTok parent and the United States government. And the condition of the United States is certain that they should find US approved buyer. So for now, TikTok users in the United States can continue accessing the platform, at least for now. But something bigger is happening, people. I said something bigger. Now, as of January 19, Google and Apple removed TikTok from their app store in compliance with the federal law which mandates the parent of the app, ByteDance, to sell its US operation. Now, TikTok company confirmed that Trump's statement offer clarity and assurance. Now, after the app came back to life, the app is functioning for some users and it remains unavailable for download in Google and Apple Store. I know it might come back because as at 19th January, it is not available. So the law in the United States grants the president authority to extend the compliance period by 90 days if a viable sale is underway. Now, despite offers from investors like Elon Musk and the Zucker and co having interest in the app, ByteDance has so far resisted selling its US operations. They say it's not going to happen. Now, it's like Trump is changing the deal. In his post on 19th of January, Donald Trump said the executive order that is going to be issued on Monday is to delay the TikTok ban and allow a time to negotiate a deal for the US to own a 50% stake. Now, in the face of all these things, lovely people, boom, the United States is now faced with bigger problem. You know, because of this platform, I'll code my speech in a way I know you will understand. If not, you know how they do their things. Now, TikTok refugees problem. The US TikTokers flock to an app called Xiaohongshu. I don't know. The simple English is another Chinese app named RedNote. And they flock to this RedNote app as a protest against the TikTok ban. The increase of the Americans on this RedNote, this Chinese RedNote app, has made the app to quickly take the spotlight. Now, I'm trying to show you something. Let me paint you a background picture of the trouble that I'm about to introduce to you. You know, the United States have just exposed itself to its citizens through this TikTok ban. Now, over the past decades, the United States branded itself through the media control to the world and its citizens as the best nation ever. Even now, they are still saying it. Listen to Donald Trump.
I just want to tell you that America is the greatest place on earth. The greatest place on earth. Thank you very much.
You heard it. Donald Trump say America is the greatest place on earth, and this has been the narrative from Tete. And it is called the Great America. To the American citizens, their nation is the richest, the greatest, the most free nation, the most beautiful country in the world. China is branded as poor community whose government is suppressing them, a place where people are not free. As for Africa, we live in the bush and sleep on top of trees. All this while Americans thought they have freedom of speech. Now, Biden's app TikTok came to provide the real freedom of speech and the reality show to the citizens of America. It was through TikTok that most of these Americans came to realize that even in Africa we have beautiful buildings and supermarkets. Instagram and Meta app and all these are, tight in a way by the government. So TikTok provide the reality in a way that we can call less reality show. So they are having a feel of the reality, how the world is a little bit, Now in the nation, the greatest country of democracy, where freedom is there, democracy, freedom of speech is there, 9 people sat down and decided to ban an app which provided freedom of expression and offer opportunities for their citizens to have daily bread. America should actually be thankful to this particular app because it contributes to their economy. So 9 people overruled the decision of 100 and something million people, 170 million people. 170 million voted yes for the app to stay. 9 people sat down and voted no, and they won over the 170 million people. What a wonderful democracy. And this is a nation that their citizens believe that the rest of the world are in poverty. They are the richest, the most beautiful. They are living the best among the rest of the people. North Korea there, poverty there, China, Africa there, they're in the bush. We accept it. Now, as the US is considering banning the TikTok app, many American users have turned to Xiaohongshu, Little RedNote. This Little RedNote is a Chinese lifestyle app purposely designed for the Chinese community. You go there, everything there is China. The reality of China is on the app. That app, which previously doesn't have a presence in the United States, is now the most downloaded app in the United States. And the nickname of the app is TikTok Refugees. These users are choosing the app not only as an alternative but also as a statement against the potential ban of TikTok. Now, this RedNote, even I tried to download the app, everything is in China, so I deleted it. This app is a lifestyle-focused social media platform where users can share short videos, photos, and text. It also offers live streaming and shopping features. And with over 300 million monthly active users, the app is primarily popular in China. Now, the migration of American users to this Xiaohongshu, which is don't mind me, the Little RedNote, it has created an unusual wave of camaraderie between the US and the Chinese citizens. They have been taught that China is their enemy. I'm going to play you key videos, then you are going to see what these people are saying. So under the hashtag TikTok Refugees, Americans have introduced themselves, sharing their photos and personal stories and even playing the cat tags and doing a lot of things to have a connection, a feel of the app. They started having discussion on parenting, grocery prices, to cultural differences such as navigating how the censorship. They even went there and then they wanted to start the man-to-man conversation there, and the Chinese told them that hey, on this app we don't do this thing here. That community, you start talking about it, you'll be kicked out of the app. It's one of the most sensitive topic. We don't do man-to-man. We only recognize man and woman. The slogan of this migration is, when they tell us you can't have a Chinese app anymore, we go straight to another Chinese app. Now, this is what one of the interesting part is. As the Americans introduce themselves through the hashtag TikTok Refugees, the Chinese also welcome them with amazing warm reception under the trending hashtag Welcome the Global Villagers. And this hashtag has generated millions of views. Now, before we talk about the Chinese government response to this particular thing, the users from both sides, the Chinese and the American, they started comparing notes and grocery prices, rent, health insurance, medical bills, and the relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, parent talk, and about what the kids are learning in school from the both sides. Then Americans are literally crying. Some Americans started crying after comparing the prices of goods, after finding out that in China, you buy the house, it belongs to you. You can own a house in China just like Africa. In America, you can't owe anything. You must be paying for it. You must be paying for it forever. After coming to realize that when you call an ambulance in China, you don't need to pay thousands of dollars. It costs less than nothing. How food is cheap there and how expensive it is in the United States. From this little RedNote app, you can see the reality of China compared to what they've been told for years. They just realized that the mobile phones and cars in China are more prettier than what they have. And they are surprised at the education system of Chinese kindergarten. Meanwhile, they are struggling to figure out how to even fix difference between man and woman to their children in school. They got there and realized that they are living in 1960 while China is in 3000. China is in the year 3000. Guys, let's listen to some few confessions.
RedNote has people finding out in real time that communism has China living in 2077 and capitalism has America living in 1960.
I'm moving to China. New York City, I am moving to China tomorrow. So I go ahead and create my RedNote, right? And I'm thinking that this place is like North Korea. Like everybody's.
She got it wrong here again. She said she's thinking that the place is like North Korea. Even right now, she still have the mentality that North Korea is a place not to be. Let's go, guys.
Like everybody's living in poverty. They're oppressed by their government. Oh my God, is all I have to say. And their trains look like they came out of the year 3000. It literally looks like out of a frickin' movie. And there's no homeless people. And they're immaculate. And like extremely high speed. Like New York City subway. Like what the fuck are we doing here? Their cars and phones are 10 times more technologically advanced than ours. And affordable. And you know what's funny? We can't have them here. We're not allowed. They're banned. They're banned. And do not even look up Chinese kindergarten. Don't look it up. It'll make you so mad. I almost swan dove out my window when I saw Chinese kindergarten. Meanwhile, in our kindergarten, they can't even teach children, like, what's a boy and what's a girl. They're teaching kids that they can identify as animals.
Let's listen to another one. This guy was so disappointed. Listen to this guy. He's just, like, you can see the disappointment in his face. Let me play the video.
I've been on RedNote for a few days. And I'm humbled. As an American, I'm very humbled. I don't have that very many followers right now, but just seeing what I've been scrolling through on RedNote, they are far more advanced than we are. Their cities are gorgeous. And I'm talking about the smaller cities, like, and some people that live in the south of China. This one girl sent me a text of like photos of a park, and I'm like, we don't have parks like that. Their parks are far better than ours. And here's the thing, they can afford lots of food. They have affordable cars. Their roads are better than ours. Yeah, we're screwing up. America's really screwing up on a lot of things. Our government has lied. The
American citizens got there and realized that they mistook hardship for better living. Listen to this guy.
Wait a minute. In communist China, you only pay property tax one time and you own your home for a lifetime? Wait a minute. In China, you only pay tax one time on your vehicle and you don't have to replate it every year? Wait a minute. If you make under a certain amount of money, you don't pay income tax? They take your share from the very rich elite? Wait a minute now. For $20 US, you can buy a week's worth of groceries? Hold up. Hold up now. Wait a damn minute. You mean all parks and zoos and museums are free because they are public property? wait a damn minute here. The U.S. government has stepped in. We not only smell it, we see it, and they now know that we know it.
Now, another problem right now is that the United States government is accelerating another ban on this particular app, RedNote. Listen to what they are saying.
Apps. He raised the question of RedNote. Well, guess what? If TikTok users flood to RedNote, they're going to face the same challenge there because it's also controlled by the Communist Party.
And then you ask yourself, what is the color of their problem? You can practically see how these people are kept away from the reality of life out there. It's like they were living in prison. After getting on RedNote, they've gone to see how free the Chinese are and came to the realization of the propaganda they've been told for many years, that the Chinese are crazily working under their wicked government. Now go and see how the Chinese state media has practically made a mockery out of the American citizens. But lovely people, this is what it is to be Africans. We should be happy. You see, if we go on platform to educate the people, you see censorship, they want to, you know, switch you off and all that. Now they have gone to see it themselves. You see, they are now talking about China, that when you go to China, you buy a house, it belongs to you. Come to Africa, you own land here. Everything here, we own it. It is for us. You buy a house, it's for you. So this is a big blow to the face of this government. But lovely people, let me not say much. Let me know your thought in the comment. Right? Respect.